and good morning. Well, it's morning here anyway. So, we're still in our little lodge. Got a couple of days left. The weather has been awful. It's just not stopped raining. It's not stopped bad at all. He's out there fishing now. But we had a bit of a disappointment for everybody. And our friends who we come with, their family members who we come with, had circumstances at home that had to go back. Alex's mum is very, very poorly, and they had to go back. So obviously the priority is for her to be with her family. There's absolutely no doubt about that. She was on very tender hooks here, which is so understandable. So it's just me and Baz. But we're fine, we've got plenty of food, and it's a lovely place. It's a lovely little, I love it here. I could live here. I could live in this little place. I love it, absolutely love it. And obviously being in the woods is in my element. I absolutely love that. So Baz is fishing because he hasn't got his fishing mate with him. But he's doing okay, and we're fine, and it's just the rest is nice, and the change of scenery, of course, that's lovely too, isn't it? But I was just sort of thinking about how things, you can make the best laid plans, and sometimes it just doesn't turn out the way you think, does it? And how do you get around that? You know, how do you get around different things and disappointment in things? I think the main thing for me is always to think of everybody. Always to think of the other person, you know? Yes, it's a disappointment for us. Yes, Baz is not got his partner, you know, his fishing brother with him. But what about them? What about how they're feeling? How about their disappointment? How about how she must be worried about her family? You know, it's trying to always look at the other person's point of view. And how they feel before you sort of think about yourself and how you're feeling, really. Obviously, disappointment is natural. It's natural in anything. Sometimes we can't make different outings. Sometimes friends have to break appointments. Sometimes we think we'll be able to go somewhere or do something and we can't because of circumstances. Of course, we're disappointed. We're all only human. But if it's an overall package, just look at everybody involved. I know that when I was off for a long while on here, and you know I've only been back a little while, I say it again and again and again, I know, but I was gone for a while, and you know I did 5 years flat, twice a week, and never, you know, I never missed one. Even Christmas, I never missed one. But circumstances happen that you're not foreseeing, that you don't know. So I was off for a long time, and I know I'm saying it again, but thank you so much for the support and the love you sent me in that time, because it was so important to me. It was things were going on in my life, apart from my health, obviously, which is changed an awful lot. And that's one of the things with disappointment as well. It's if something happens and life changes, you have to make changes in your life you weren't expecting. I mean, I wasn't expecting to have the type of life I've got now. I know I was never very active, but I didn't think I'd be in a motorised chair for some time in my life. But it did happen. It's happened. Again, disappointment. How do we deal with that disappointment? I am trying to look positive. There's so many things I can do. So many things that I can concentrate on. And, you know, I want to do more work with YouTube. more sort of talking to you. I'd love to interact with you more. Maybe I could do some lives, and I'm still doing my makeup stuff. When I get home, I'll do that. I'll still do my thrifting because I love that. But I want to try and do, I think if this last year has taught me anything, it's priorities. It's definitely priorities. And I'd really like to sort of get together with some of you that feel that, that your life has changed, or you've had disappointment, be it a big disappointment because of health, or fear because of health, or whether it's a smaller disappointment, like a holiday has changed, or an outing has changed, or a theatre visit, or something has changed and you can't do it, and it's still a disappointment, but it's a disappointment. So, let's concentrate on that this week. I was thinking about, have you ever been disappointed about anything? As people disappoint you too. It's surprising how you can be upset and disappointed by different things. How do you feel about that? And again, I just want to say thank you for never questioning me when I was away, at a time that I was dealing with my health and my Baz's health. Never questioning me and always being there for me. And that is priceless. That is so priceless. And thank you so much. I mean, you were commenting on old videos and asking me how I was, and private message. I mean, you're just priceless. You are. And it means so much to me. And now I feel I want to give back to you, for having the patience of helping me through that time. I wouldn't say it was the darkest period of my life, but it was certainly one of them. It was certainly one of them. And, I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for everyone. I really am. So, do you feel disappointment? Do you linger on disappointment and harp on it? Or do you look around and think, I think sometimes if it's sort of the establishment, I think I've got the right word. So if it's the establishment, you can't get somewhere because of a train strike or a, box office strike or whatever it is. I think that way I tend to feel more disappointment and annoyed. Although those people have got rights, I know that, to take action, whatever it is. But I tend to feel that more than I would have something personal. If I was close to someone the way I am with Mick and Alex, I would always look at their side. Always look at their side. And, we've been in touch every day, and I just really hope, I really hope things, I don't want to go into too much about it because obviously it's Alex's personal business. I don't want to go into too much about it. But, it's been really hard for her. And, the boys have been looking forward to the fishing for ages because they are fishing brothers in every sense of the word. They're best friends, and it's hard for them. Of course it is. They're both disappointed, but obviously mixed with Alex because of her mum. We don't know what's happening there. It's come at a bad time. It mixed at a bad time, but it's how you feel, isn't it? Yes, it's disappointing, but how much more disappointing for them? How much more worrying for them? Why they've had to do it, and I think a lot of things with the disappointment is trying to look at the bigger picture. Do you get where I'm coming from? I know I blabber on sometimes, I do. But I hope you get where I'm coming from. So I'm in the kitchen at the moment. As you can see, the little kitchen behind me. You saw the pictures of the lodge. It's so lovely. I just love it here. I'll put a couple of pictures of the lodge up anyway. I love it. I could live here. Absolutely no problem whatsoever. I could live here. For me and Baz, it's a tiny little galley kitchen, 2 bedrooms, living room. It's lovely. I could live here permanently, absolutely no doubt about it. But I'm not near enough to my grandchildren. But I could definitely live here. I like little places. You know, my Becca always says, "Oh, Mum, if I won this or I won that, I'd buy you a lovely big house." I don't want a big house, you know. And I love little cottages. My dream is it's always like the picket fence and the little house, and I love those sort of things, and I love it here. So I'll try and film again in a couple of days' time, let you know what's happening. But please, put in the comments anything you feel about disappointment. Share anything with me or with all our friends out there, and see if you can understand where I'm coming from and how we have to try and work on things that unexpected events in our lives. Okay, so thank you for being here with me today. I will see you really soon. I'm going to get on to comments now so I can get back to you all. Thank you for being here, and I love you all very much. Bye now. Bye.